Todd starts off for Team B, and he gets an early point taking out LYC. Then it's Grubby looking to take out Todd on Echo Isles. Todd starts out creeping his expansion, and Grubby goes straight to the harassment. He gets a few peasant kills before backing off. He comes back when the towers are up, but he has a second hero. Only a few peasants remain after the massacre. Grubby speed scrolls out to heal up. Grubby switches over to attacking Todd's main and catches the Archmage and gets a surround. Todd isn't doing well until the militia make it out. He has to back off, but first he throws in a Mountain King kill. Grubby doesn't even bother healing up. He just stays around trying to pick off a few units. Grubby puts up an expansion of his own to match Todd's. Grubby finds Todd for a creepjack, and he forces a town portal, which was delayed by a well-placed hex. The battle continues at the expansion, and Grubby definitely gets the better of Todd. The tower stopped Grubby from winning the game, so again he goes to the main, and this time he gets the altar before he backs off. Grubby doesn't back off for long. He's right back with an 80-foot army against Todd's army and militia. Rather than back off, Grubby fights against the militia. It's risky, but he comes out on top. Finally, Grubby takes out Todd's towers, and he has a 90-foot army to finally finish off Todd. Todd uses a town portal to his own expansion, but that doesn't help against Bladestorm, and Grubby puts Todd out of the battle. Grubby stays in and plays against Sass on Secret Valley. Sass starts out with some very hard harassment once he hit level 2. He delays Grubby's shop and comes back at tier 2 with the Beastmaster. Grubby is completely unconcerned with the harassment and creeps his Blademaster to level 3 before returning to his base. Sass does delay his bestiary, but Grubby makes the best of it, forcing a town portal out of the Demon Hunter. Grubby catches Sass creeping, but he doesn't want to fight now. Instead, he creeps up his Torn Chieftain to level 3. Once he has his TC at nearly level 3, he goes into fight. Without enough summons, Grubby can easily get to the Druids of the town and get some crucial kills. Sass makes it out with all of his heroes, but he has some trouble healing them up, and he has to spend 300 gold on 2 healing potions. They fight again, and this time Sass has the summons to take some of the damage, but Grubby's heroes force a town portal. Sass decides to go on the offensive, and he sets up the battle really poorly with raiders all over his Druids of the Talon. Grubby dominates the Talons, and then finally Sass decides to town portal. Sass did take out a few burrows, so Grubby has 70 food out of 50, but it doesn't matter as Grubby wins to give his team another point. Grubby gets to stay on another round, and this time it's against Fov. Fov starts out perfect, stealing the 2 gnolls from the creep camp. Fov stays at tier 1 for quite a while massing fiends. He gets to level 3 on his Demon Hunter and goes in to take down some burrows. It takes forever to kill the one burrow. In the meantime, Grubby town portals back from harassing Fov's base. He doesn't manage to save the burrow, and with just grunts against fiends, it's hard for Grubby to gain much traction. He goes back to harass Fov instead of fight, but it doesn't work well against 2 towers. Fov just sticks with the harassment the entire game, and it doesn't allow Grubby to get any counter to the fiends. It's complete mastery of timing by Fov, getting the right number of fiends in level 3 in time to stop Grubby from getting any counter to fiends. He wins, which ties up the battle at 2 points apiece. Team B ended up coming out on top with Fly losing to Fov and Soju losing to Remind. That puts Team C out of the tournament. In the winner's bracket final, it's Team A against Team D. Moon started out the team battle with a victory over Infi. Team A picked Zhao T to fight against Moon on Echo Isles. Moon starts the game off with some early harassment of Zhao. He gets a grunt kill just as the Blademaster staffs in. It turns out to work well for Zhao as he gets 2 archers. Then he blocks the Demon Hunter, who has boots of speed and could easily chase down and kill the Blademaster. At tier 2, Moon goes into harass, but with a low HP Demon Hunter and no archers, there isn't much he can do other than get 1 grunt kill. Zhao creeps up his heroes and quickly gets level 3 on both of them. He goes in to attack Moon and gets a Beastmaster kill before backing up. He's confident in his expansion, which Moon goes to take out. Moon then is forced to town portal. On a small map like this, Moon can normally delay the fight as long as he wants without fear of a level 5 Torn Chieftain, but Zhao T manages to get it. Zhao really focuses on setting up the battle the way that he wants. He gets a Demon Hunter kill, but Moon revives the Demon Hunter. But when you revive a hero, there's no mana, so there'll be no mana burn. Zhao T uses his mana potion at the last shockwave a little too late and misses a ton of Druids of the Talon kills, but it doesn't matter as Zhao comes right back and gets another Demon Hunter kill. All of the hero kills lead to some insanely high-level heroes, and Moon concedes the game. With that victory, Moon's team looks hurt without their star. Moon's clanmate Lucifer steps up to the plate to try and lead his team to victory. Despite Zhao's best harassment attempts, the Death Knight still gets level 3. Zhao splits up his armies to harass and creep, but Lucifer catches his creeping force and takes out the Torn Chieftain, then town portals back to his base, where he's hardly sustained any damage, and he gets a Raider kill. Lucifer goes in to attack, but a speed scroll from Zhao puts him on his heels, but not for long. Some great burrowing and good micro keeps Lucifer on top. Zhao puts up an expansion, but he simply lets Lucifer take it down while he creeps. They trade town portals for a while until they take a fight over Zhao's rebuilds expansion. The Bat Riders can't take out all of the air, and the ground army gets dominated by the Frost Worm. Constant Quills keep the worm alive, and Zhao is crippled. That gives the game to Lucifer. Lucifer had a tough task taking out Zhao, but it's about to get even harder. Sky will be his next opponent. At the very least, the map is Twisted Meadows, not at all a bad map for an undead player. Sky starts out creeping his Goblin Laboratory before Lucifer can get his hero out. Sky then goes for his expansion, creeping it out and getting a level 3 Archmage. Lucifer ignores the expansion while he harasses Sky, but he only ignores it for a few moments before 3 ghouls come in. Sky cancels the expansion before any damage is done and tries to do some harassment at Lucifer's base. It's really not working against the gargoyles and ghouls. Lucifer goes on the offensive, and even with the militia, things don't look good for Sky. A few towers help, but that will only delay the inevitable. Sky tries to go for Dragonhawks against gargoyles, but he can't get enough Dragonhawks to have any effect. Lucifer simply has more gargoyles and dominates Sky to get another victory for his team. With that win, Lucifer only needs one more victory to win the team battle and secure a spot for his team in the next round. His opponent will be another undead player, Sweet. Early on, Sweet goes on the offensive, and it pays off on close spawns on Turtle Rock with a Lich kill. But his own Lich gets low, and it drops too. Sweet goes for gargoyles, while Lucifer goes for frost worms and destroyers and some fiends. He knows that he can't fight army on army, but with enough frost novas, he can cripple the army of gargoyles. He does lose his frost worms, but he gets plenty of gargoyles in the process. Lucifer comes back with a Crypt Lord and an Abomination, but both armies are crippled except for the heroes. Lucifer breaks through with a Dreadlord kill, but the important hero is the Death Knight. He doesn't manage to get it before Sweet gives him the victory. That puts the team of Moon, Lucifer, Tho, and Lin into the next round. Lin got an easy pass without ever having to play a match.